Hello, YouTube. What's up? This is Ben Warney from the Lords of Limited podcast, here by popular demand of about 3 commenters and Ethan bullying me. But here I am, nonetheless. It's fall break. I've got some time, and I am loving this format. So we're going to jump into a Duskmourn best of 3 draft here. Rare that we opened is Central Elevator Promising Stairs. This is the room build around. I think the real deal, probably not supposed to pack one, pick one it. Best card in the pack, I think, is Threats Around Every Corner. I love these style of decks with the green decks that can splash, do the manifesting, find their bombs. If you wanted to see an entertaining video, I could first pick this. I just don't think it's right, and I think generally in draft videos, I try to do what I think is optimal for the seat. If this wheels, certainly we could think about it if we picked up some other rooms, but other than those 2 cards, Vengeful Possession's been very impressive in black-red. Shroud Stomper, obviously good reanimator. Best common is probably Most Valuable Slayer, although I've cooled on that quite a bit since the start of the format. Oh, baby. Okay, so if you'd taken the Central Stairs or whatever, you'd follow it up with Smoky Lounge, Misty Salon. Somebody's going to be very happy with that start. We've got lots of great options for us, though. We've got a second Threats Around Every Corner, as well as a Fear of Isolation. I am obsessed with this card. I think it's really good. That being said, 2 threats is really appealing. It's definitely between these 2. There's nothing else in consideration. Best common is Unable to Scream. We'd be thrilled if something like that wheels. Fear of Isolation's better, but I don't think we're supposed to branch into a second color yet. Even though most commonly you pair blue with green, you can do a Jund Manifest, a Jund Delirium Life. So I think I'm going to take a second threats here over Fear of Isolation. I don't know. My heart wants me to take Fear of Isolation. My head says threats, though. I'm going to take threats and try to draft well. So we're on the lookout for basically anything that says manifest now. Bombs to go find. Perhaps, contrary to Ethan's belief, a Malevolent Chandelier to prevent ourselves from decking. This is a Jund card, but unfortunately not one that we are particularly interested in. What's here? This pack is very weak. There's a Flesh Burrower, which has consistently crept up in my pick order. I think with where we're at, I'm just going to take a Cryptid Inspector. This is a great 3-drop, especially when we've already got 2 cards that are going to come in face down. Coordinated Clobbering has woefully underperformed for me every time I put it in my deck. I just am always unhappy with it, unless I can play a creature and then clobber something with the creature I just played. But so frequently, you either are ahead and want to push damage with this, and you can't, or you're behind, and you need to get stable, and you can't because you have to tap the things to kill the thing. It just never quite does what you want to do. I mean, I guess it goes best in green-white, but I just don't play green-white, so I've been very underwhelmed with it. So Cryptid Inspector for me. And again, World's our oyster. We need power at the moment. Oh, baby, what was in this pack? Good lord. Okay, so this is a great sign for us pick 4. And maybe there were just 3 bomb rares in this pack, who knows. But Unnerving Grasp and Bookworm still being here, as well as Stick Twister. I would be happy with any of these uncommons. And whatever we pick here is going to be the best card in our stack. Yeah. It's got to be Bookworm, right? I do love Unnerving Grasp. This card has been very impressive. But I think just curve-wise and synergy-wise, like pack 1, pick 1, I would definitely take Unnerving Grasp over Bookworm. With where we're at, I think the Bookworm is better. And honestly, I think I would take Stick Twister over Bookworm, pack 1, pick 1 at this point as well. I really like black, and I think black's pretty underdrafted, underappreciated, but getting Bookworm here is a great sign. Removal is on the list of things that we want to keep an eye out for at this point as well. This pack has considerably cooled down. So we could ramp to a Threats Around Every Corner. Could take a Terramorphic Expanse for a future splash, or we could just lock up a 2-drop in Flesh Burrower, or we could also take Twist Reality. I don't love that in blue-green. I guess it's fine there. I don't want to lock in a double blue card yet, though. So I think between these 2, I think I like a Zealot better than a Flesh Burrower. We could have some pretty explosive starts that way. Yeah, I think I'll take Zealot over Terramorphic Expanse. It's close. We already have a bunch of different ways to search up basics, though. And I don't think, while this is the best card in the pack, I don't think it goes well with what we've got, so I like the Zealot here. Alright, Patchwork Beastie is awesome, so is Bashful Beastie, so is Vanish from Sight. So we've got good options here, flowing again as well. We don't have a particular reason to want Delirium yet. Am I ever supposed to take Bashful Beastie here? That feels so wrong to me. But we're ramping so hard. This is good to manifest up, though, also. I can't take a 5-drop over a 1-drop. This card's just been very impressive. There's also really cool stuff you can do. I saw the other day, this happened to me. Even without Delirium, if you manifest it, you can block and then flip it face up to eat something. This is a pretty strong play my opponent made the other day. All right, I'm going to switch back to the other view because I know this view is easier to follow on YouTube, but every once in a while I am going to touch in on, this view is better for me, so I'm going to touch in on where my deck is at. Nothing in the pack here that we care about, so we're just going to take a land for a future splash. I think frequently you end up Jund or Sultai when you're base blue-green. I guess, but base green, rather. If you're base blue-green, you're not going to end up Jund. Ooh, Cryptid Inspector. This is making me wish I took the Bashful Beastie a little bit, but this is a great start to a blue-green beatdown manifest deck. Thrilled to pick up Cryptid Inspector here. Not much else to mention. This has been a... Whoa. All right. Here I will take the Beastie over the third Cryptid Inspector. Our lane appears to be wide open. As far as green goes, we have not seen, other than that one pack that was chock full of this and the Manifesto War card, we've not seen tons of good cards of other colors. I like a Beastie here. And I like a Watchdog here as well. It's a great time to pick up a 2-drop. Let's flip. Okay. I mean, I hate this card, but we need removal. And at this point, Coordinated Clobbering is making it in. We are also just overflowing with playables. Take a Horrid Vigor for the sideboard and a Cautious Survivor. I'm going to put this in the sideboard because I think our power level is high enough that we don't need it. But, ooh, and the Chandelier to not deck ourselves. You'll love to see it. Okay. This is a pack. So let's check out how many enchantments we have. We have 2 threats, and that's it at the moment for the Entity Tracker. But we could pick up lots more, and blue does have lots of enchantments. That being said, Unnerving Grasp is incredible in blue-green. I think I just want Unnerving Grasp. I think I want my cards pulling in the same direction rather than different directions. And this will be better if we end up in a Delirium route or things like that. But right now we have an insane beatdown deck, and I think Unnerving Grasp really looks like it's going to work well with what we've got. Plus, we're also really likely to wheel something. Outsnack's probably not going to wheel, but there's Beastie, Watchdog, say its name, and Cryptid Inspector we'd all be interested in wheeling. I'm going to take the Grasp here, though, over the Entity Tracker. Could see this being wrong, but yeah, immediately feeling a little worse after picking up Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. But I still think our deck has no problem generating value, and it could potentially have a problem picking up enough interaction. So Stay Hidden, Stay Silent here, pretty clear. This has been a largely unexciting draft. Sorry, YouTube, but you do what the packs give you, I suppose. We're taking the best card of the pack, which is what you want to be doing. We'd be thrilled to wheel a Meat Locker or a Glimmerlight, but I doubt either of those two things are happening. All right, this is an interesting choice between Cathartic Parting and Meat Locker. Nothing else really in consideration for us. Had we taken the Entity Tracker, it certainly would bump up Meat Locker. I still think we're probably taking Meat Locker Drown Diner. We could sideboard Cathartic Parting. I have not liked maining this in Best of 1 in the format. I really like the instant speed one more, the one that costs 3 mana that can also manifest red. This has just been a dead card too much. I've played it a lot, and it's been disappointing a lot. When it's good, it's great, but you just don't always have a good target for it. And I do think we make a lot of mana, so I want to make sure that we can keep the cards flowing here, and would love to maybe wheel that Land Cycler. All right. Manifest Dread here, nothing to write home about, but also, if we're getting fillerish type cards, this is the type of filler card we want to see. Disturbing Mirth here for somebody else, but again, just ho-humming along here. We've seen Our best cards have been in our colors, and we've not seen good cards of other colors to think about splashing. Now this is a good card of another color to think about splashing. How good are we at getting Delirium? 3 sorceries, 1 artifact, 4 enchantments. We're not great at getting Delirium at the moment. That being said, this card has been broken for me. I had a chance to play with it the last couple days. I still think I just want another Patchwork Beastie, though. We're going to be manifesting a lot. This is a great thing to manifest up. And I think it makes our curve a little bit better. Helps with velocity and all of that. And it'll make future Delirium payoffs. Like, some of the best cards that you can splash in blue-green do want you to have Delirium. And this will help us not only play another artifact that's good, but turn on future Delirium cards as well. This is interesting here. I mean, normally these cards would be okay, but we have nothing we want to splash yet, so I don't think we need to go crazy about that. Plus, we already have double threats. I don't think we want Kona. This is basically between a third Inspector or Branch Snapper. There's another Branch Snapper we could wheel. I think I just want another Cryptid Inspector, and I think we're going to be blue-green beatdown, which also is like using these threats around every corner the least, but I feel great about that pick here after having the option for another Branch Snapper or Vanish from Sight. So we have Clobbering, Stay Hidden, Stay Silent, and Unnerving Grasp, plus Meat Locker as ways to interact. I'm less jazzed about this card without the draw 2 Make a Glimmer token and or counter spells to hold up. So I think I'm going to take Branch Snapper here. I have, especially in best of 3, I've liked playing 17 lands and a land cycler or 2, especially in blue-green decks. Nothing great here. Tunnel Surveyor or Frantic Strength. I don't think I'm ever playing Tunnel Surveyor, so I'm going to take Frantic Strength for the board. Wow. Blue-green manifest just wide open here. So do we want a 4th Cryptid Inspector or 2nd Bashful Beastie or locking up our 2nd Land Cycler? Or do we want a 2-drop? I think I just want another Bashful Beastie. It's close. Seems like we're going to have a plethora of whatever we want. Kind of actually am wishing I'd taken the Wary Watchdog there, but oh well. Oh, wow. Okay. I did not expect Cathartic Parting to wheel. This is the most open I've ever seen green. We might be the only green drafter. This is so weird. We're going to take Cathartic Parting for the board, though, over Slavering Branch Snapper, and we could main deck it as well. It's late for an Egotist, no respect. And sure. All right. I'll shred some hedges. We talked about this on the podcast, and I have been underwhelmed with it. That being said, we have a lot of cards that work well with it. We have double Patchwork Beastie. We have a lot of manifests, so we can dump lands into the yard that way. We're going to pull all of the lands out of our deck. Fear of Exposure is also a great one to manifest up. But I don't think we can take that over Head Shredder here. And also the way the draft is going, I wouldn't be crazy for Fear of Exposure to wheel, which is kind of wild. And also, if we open some bomb that's not blue, we could be green whatever and splash a bomb of another color. But lots of good cards to wheel here again. The Machete, the Beastie, the Fear of Exposure. Third threats around every corner. I mean, sure. Who wants to draw lands ever? We're just going to get all the lands out of our deck. And then there's this Peer Past the Veil that we could wheel. Or do I want to take Peer Past the Veil and splash it? How good at Delirium are we? We're not great. We have no instance. It's kind of weird. I think I'm going to take the second threat, or the second threats. I'm going to take the third threats. We're going to be a very threatening deck. Hashtag most threatening. Oh, well, there's a good thing to do with all of our lands. What is happening? I thought best of 3 pods were supposed to be competitive. Just everybody's burnt out on best of 3 after the arena open. I mean, I would love Unnerving Grasp here, and I would also love threats around every corner, but for a deck that is amazing at putting a lot of lands on the board, Valgavas Onslaught seems pretty good. Now I wish we had taken that Fear of Isolation so that we could pick up Valgavas Onslaught after manifesting it, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. All right, here we've got options of a removal spell, or counter spell. I think we just want the removal spell. We don't splash. Again, I don't like Monstrous Emergence. We do have a... I guess we don't have a high creature count. That's the problem. These green decks always end up with like 13 creatures, and then this card is awkward. But we just don't need Spineseeker Centipede. I'm going to take this Monstrous Emergence reluctantly here. Alright, so now we've got a choice of Cathartic Parting, Emergence, or Branch Snapper. I think I want a second Branch Snapper. I would like to play 2 Land Cyclers. It's going to up our creature count as well. Clobbering, Emergence, Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to take another Emergence. Emergence just isn't even that good for me. I'm going to take Branch Snapper. We could splash a Beastie Beatdown. I don't think we need to do that. Twist Reality is not good in our deck. We're very much a tap-out deck. We could take Anthropede for the board. Or we could take Spineseeker Centipede. I'll take a Centipede. I mean, it's a fine card. Oh, Brood Spinner? I can't say its name. Why is all this stuff happening at the same time? Brood Spinner's pretty consistently going to make 4, maybe 5 things. I gotta take Brood Spinner, right? It's just so strong. I really want to say its name, though. For in case we need to do Malevolent Chandelier stuff. Because we are, I think, going to be able to churn through our deck. That's a tough choice. All right, we'll take a Weight Room here. Moldering Gym, I guess. We did wheel Fear of Exposure. This draft has been wild. Not sure anyone's learning anything here, but hopefully we just crush and it's great hashtag content. So right now we need to make some cuts. Maybe an Overgrown Zealot. I really wish I'd taken that other Weary Watchdog. I think that was kind of a bad pick. Definitely am not jazzed about 3 Bashful Beasties. Bunch of nothing. Good news is we'll have a lot of sideboard options. That's nice to get something off the battlefield if we need to side it in. And an Anthropede for the board as well. Okay. What a draft. So when I have this many playables, Ethan hates this, but I like to put everything in the sideboard and put in the cards that are like 100% in. So in, I think Meat Locker is 100% in. The Beasties are in. Manifest Dread is probably in as a 2-drop. That's in as a removal spell. In. Your Exposure's in. Head Shredder's in. The Threats are in. Bookworm's in. Brood Spinner's in. And Onslaught is in. Okay. So I think this is our must play. Zealot's really good to ramp to threats. Question is whether or not we want to main Cathartic Parting. I think no in best of 3 is the answer for me. Could see people disagreeing with that. What's our creature count at? 7. We have 6 slots left. I definitely want both Branch Snappers. This leaves 4. This is wild. So I actually kind of think we maybe... Do I have to play Manifest Dread with triple threats? And then we play... This is crazy. Is Fear of Exposure worse than Cryptid Inspectors? Do we need these Bashful Beasties? They're so good with the Head Shredder. Are we going to get Delirium 4 that easily, though? Ugh. Interesting. That's one of the other reasons I like these green decks is there's so many cool deck building decisions that you get to make. I want some number of Cryptid Inspectors. Maybe we just don't need Overgrown Zealot. That feels wrong though, because we're presumably going to want to turn things face up as well. So I think the rest of the cards we are adding are some combination of Cryptid Inspectors and Bashful Beasties. It feels like all 3 Bashful Beasties make the cut. and then a Cryptid Inspector, but our deck is vulnerable to being run over in this fashion. Maybe we split it 2 and 2 with the Beasties and the Cryptid Inspectors. And ways to interact, we have Stay Hidden, Stay Silent, Monstrous Emergence, Unnerving Grasp, Meatlocker, Drown Diner. So the only other interactive cards we have are Coordinated Clobbering and Cathartic Parting. I guess Bear Trap as well, but I'm definitely not main decking that. I don't think we play the Centipede, which feels kind of wild, because it's a very good card. I don't think we run 16 lands also, because all we want to do is get to threats and then never miss another land drop. So if I played another Cryptid Inspector, what would I cut? Probably like Wary Watchdog. I'm just not sold on these Patchwork Beasties, I guess. We have literal no instance. 3 artifacts, 6 enchantments. Yeah, I just don't think these... I don't think we're a Delirium deck. I guess then the Brood Spinner also looks kind of suspect. What happens if we... cut Brood Spinner, cut the Beasties, add the Cryptid Inspectors? Is this better? I certainly think I feel better about it. I think we have plenty of power to win without Brood Spinner, and then we don't run into potential mana concerns either. We are kind of one-dimensional. This deck makes me want Coordinated Clobbering a bit more. Over what? Hard to say. So maybe I just don't want Coordinated Clobbering off the get-go. Yeah, I think I'm going to try this and see how it feels. And then if we want to switch back to that version with the Beasties and the Brood Spinner, we can. We definitely do not need 8 islands here, because we're going to have to mulligan every hand without an island. And all of our blue cards, I honestly kind of want to go down to 6. And if we don't turn to a Bookworm some games, I think that is a-okay with me. So let's take a snip of the deck here, and I will see you in the rounds. All right, we're on the draw here, round 1 against Bato with a land-heavy hand, but ultimately I think that's okay. Let's keep this. If you've not seen this tech yet, you can go dark mode by turning off these screens and blowing out all the candles. I'm a big fan of dark mode in this format. So we're gonna go ahead and enable that. This candle is always hard to find the hitbox on. Opponent bind a swamp. I like that in a land heavy hand. Okay, plan acquired. And we'll manifest a Bashful Beastie. I have to trade with this, unfortunately, but that's fine. We just can't afford to take 3 over the next several turns. Boop boop. Play Cryptid Inspector. And then we just need to hope they don't have Cracked Skull to take our Valgavas Onslaught. And I think if that holds true, we are in good shape. Or let's play a game. Basically, like, them making me discard Valgavas Onslaught feels like the only way I can lose this game at this point. Double blue card with no islands in play yet. Okay, I see you, opponent. I'm not going to attack here because I don't want to give them the Surveil before their draw, but I will block. It's also slightly risky for them to attack into 4 open mana. I guess not, because we trade, and if they're fine with the trade, whatever. Yep, I block. Please no discard spells. All right, they left it on top. How close to Delirium are they? They have Delirium? No. Land, creature, instant. They're 1 off from Delirium. Fear of the Dark. That brawls well into my beastie. That's annoying. Might have to fire off Valgavas Onslaught sooner than we want to. Hopefully we draw something else here that can let us play defense. I'm going to lose to double Fear of the Dark. What a weird game. Okay. I'm going to play Beastie here and try to double block and hope they don't have removal, and then fire off Valgavas Onslaught for X equals 3 next turn. The Duel of the 5-drop commons. Alright, it'd be pretty savage if they had a way to give one of these. Wait, they get Death Touch also? Oh, Lord. Alright. I mean, it's going to be fine because we'll be left with things. We're going to be left with no deck after Valgavas Onslaughting also, but gotta line them up. Manifest you. Manifest you. Resurrected Cultist. Sure. Sure. Alright, I think we're winning now. Let's go here. X equals 1, 2, 3. Manifest you. Manifest you. And manifest you. No tax. Okay, maybe not winning. They're going to put that on Fear of the Dark. That is annoying. We are going to be in danger of decking ourselves. I think we get a land. Fear of Exposure. I do think I want the Bookworm value. Let's see, 8 lands, 9, 10, 11. There's still 6 lands left in these 14 cards. That's not great for me. I think we have enough monsters that I'm in for bookworming here. Surprised they're trading this off without the dissection tools. All right, let's flip up a bookworm. And do we trade off our branch snapper? Oh, oops, order, lol. I was thinking I was gonna flip up branch snapper. Man, this dissection tools, huh? I think I will just pass here and flip up the branch snapper. Would like to draw. That's nice. So we can kill the dissection tools thing and buy a turn off from that. And hopefully hit him hard here with the branch snapper. Lol. Alright, let's go. Emergence. Choose. Target you. Choose you. Please don't have interaction. If they do have interaction for this, we're just not winning anyway. Say its name, huh? Oh, they're off it. Alright, we got them. Okay, definitely bringing in Cathartic Parting. What else do we want to bring in here? Cathartic Parting looks insane against them. They have a Double dog, cultist, dissection tools. All right, cathartic parting in. We almost wanted Malevolent Chandelier that game. Valgavoth's Onslaught doing what Valgavoth's Onslaught does also. Is there any reason to want Bear Trap? No. Do we have any ways to make a Glimmer? No. Those 5/5s are kind of awesome against me if I'm behind. I guess that makes me want Coordinated Clobbering because we can beastie them down and not engage with them in combat. Ugh, I loathe that card so much in case that's not clear. We probably cut... What? We probably cut a Cryptid Inspector, and I don't think I can cut my own Watchdog. I don't want to run 41. This is down to 12 creatures already for 2 fight spells. I can't cut threats, it's too good. Maybe we don't need Coordinated Clobbering. We don't need Coordinated Clobbering, that card's terrible. Alright, let's go. This is a great hand. Opponent mulliganing in their 3-color deck. There's justice in the world. And they're off it! Valgavoth's Onslaught, too intimidating. This is a keep. We have a guaranteed turn 3 Spineseeker Centipede. Also, after deck submission, I swapped in a Centipede for one of the 2/3 Vigis. I'm going to keep this hand. We're going to go dark mode again. And see what actually is up to. Trick Candle. I didn't know you could turn that one back on. Turn 1 Percussionist. Don't love seeing that with this hand on the draw. Against some black-red sacrifice. Oof. It's a strong start. Strong start indeed, and they hit a land. Oof. Okay, feeling pretty clunk central over here. If they have Final Vengeances for our Bashful Beasties, we are going to be in a world of hurt. I feel like I just got gut punched and all the air got knocked out of me. We're on Operation Find Valgavoth's Onslaught and cast it right now. And maybe things aren't quite that dire, but it's about as good of a start as you could get from a red-black deck on the play, flipping into a land. Maybe they disconnected and we'll get another free win. On our turn, we go Centipede, find an island, hope to draw something productive to do on the following turn, more than Meat Locker. Wait, is our opponent actually roping? What is that? I feel terrible about this. I feel guilty. I mean, I guess I'll take it. I guess I'll take it. Feels bad, man. Yeah, they're counting. Wait, what happened to my turn? Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, their deck looks great, so they might still win here. We'll see. Love this. Easiest block of my life. Oh, what a draw. What a draw. Manifest you. Go get an island. Infernal Phantom, sure. So do here? I think we attack. It's such an awkward turn if they block, though. Kind of just want to play Branch Snapper and say go. If they have Final Vengeance, it's great for them, but I'd rather my Bashful Beasties not get Final Vengeanced. The other thing we could have done is Drown Diner, but yeah, sure. Alternatively, we could have gone Meat Locker, tap that down, flip this to not give them such juicy targets for Final Vengeance. Final Vengeance is really good against my deck. It's just a really good card in general, but this is an exceptionally good matchup for it. Are they sacking their 2/2? Interesting. Opponent's deck is amazing. No blocks for me, Clive. And a post-combat percussionist, okay? Smash. Play a Zealot. And play a Beastie. Wow, that's brutal. I gotta take my Drown Diner here. That's a game-winning play. Let's thin the old deck. Hopefully dig closer to Valgavoth's Onslaught. So they can get back an Infernal Phantom. A Bedhead Beastie. Bedhead Beastie's probably what they'll get back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can do it all here. So let's threats. Hope we dodge Valgavoth's Onslaught. Love that. Get some more lands. And we're going to be on all gas here in a second. Let's go land, smash. And then play a Beastie, I think. If we can help it, once we get a little thinner, we'd almost like to not manifest so much. I guess theoretically, odds are we're always drawing closer to Valgavoth's Onslaught anyway. Sure, please no Onslaught. Let's go. So I kind of think I actually want Cryptid Inspector here, right? Because there's also a world where we get down to so few cards that we, like, between the Beasties and the Onslaught, we're not going to be able to cast the Onslaught because we're going to deck ourselves. What a weird matchup. All right, let's choose Cryptid Inspector. Get the rest of the lands out of our deck. Huh. I'm not going to be able to Valgavoth's Onslaught for very much. It's a weird problem to have. I didn't really think about that. Maybe we do need this Chandelier main deck. Okay, okay. So what happens if I swing out here? Lots of good things for me, right? So my Cryptid Inspector will be a 3/4, 4/5, 5/6. That can't flip up. That turns into a dog. That can't block. I think we wait until next turn to swing out, potentially. Because I also don't want to give them stuff to do with the Clockwork Percussionist this turn while we're not putting on max pressure. It's going to be the saddest onslaught for x equals 1. Sure. Please attack me. No. That I think I will leave face down. Okay. See what they got over there. It's pretty good for me. I think all told this was a fair exchange. This basically means we're not Valgavas onslaughting this game, but I think that was already true. Yeah. I guess they're going to see that regardless. Maybe they won't take the time to look at our face down stuff. All right. Straight gas in the deck. Would like to draw. Head Shredder is annoying because we mill ourselves more. We have an unstoppable slasher. We have an unstoppable army. Well, those are good draws. That was a better draw. All right, so let's, I guess, lock down the slasher. The unstoppable one, that is. And they have 2 blockers, and they die. Right? So that, 2 blockers, block, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We do see a lot of our deck every game. I think they would have won this game pretty easily had they not roped that turn. I feel bad for them. Our deck is really cool. Cracked Skull. We only saw 1 Final Vengeance. That's good news for us because that card's amazing. This is a straight up red-black. This exactly the way Ethan outlined it on the podcast. Slasher. Okay, so I guess the first question is, do we want artifact or enchantment removal? The answer to that, I think, is no. So no cathartic parting. We can't stop our stuff from being exiled. I kind of think we want Malevolent Chandelier, which feels weird, but I think I'm going to play that over one of the Beasties, is that right? Or maybe over one of the Cryptid Inspectors. They were kind of good there. I'm going to play it over one of the Beasties. I don't think we want Brood Spinner. Do we need to get anything off the board with Bear Trap? Not really. I mean, Rip Chain Razorkin could be a problem, but if that's what we lose to, whatever. I don't think there's anything else I particularly want here. Yeah, let's run it back. So we need to remember to play around Final Vengeance is the only interactive card we saw. I mean, that's good news for us, Final Vengeance. And we train you to try to save Stay Hidden, Stay Silent for Unstoppable Slasher. All right, let's do it. It's a fine hand. I mean, it's some of our worst cards, but we're never mulling a hand this smooth. love that. And then do we lead on Manifest Dread or Watchdog? I think we lead on Watchdog. It hits a little harder. Maybe we can bin a land here. Yeah, that's great for us. This is really bad against Fear of Lost Teeth and Clockwork Percussionist, but presumably they would have played those already. Yikes. I think we just grasp that and go on the beatdown plan here. Put an enchantment in the yard. Sure. Rip Chain, Razorkin. All right. I'll brawl. Presumably no blocks from them. That's annoying. We're whiffing on the old Manifest this time. If they crack me back, like they can't really get that aggressive here. Because if they attack and I have removal for their slasher or something, they're just in a world of hurt. Whoa, that's amazing for me. Snap double blocking if they attack here. Okay, deal. Fastest double block of my life. And then what do? I think we go Inspector, Inspector. And hope to manifest Dread into something sweet next turn. It's annoying, but fine. Again, annoying, but fine. We do have lots of action in our deck to find. That's annoying. And less fine. Let's go get an island. Play a land. Smash, play a Centipede. I still think we're just explosive enough here, and we're going to get all the lands out of our deck that we should just reliably draw action for the most part. Okay. They got some card draw. They're going to play a Slasher. I don't think that's going to be enough to stabilize them, hopefully. Head Shredder, I like that. Is there any reason to play Head Shredder pre-combat? No. Down to 3. Head Shredder means that if we find a creature, we can attack with 3 lethal things. I mean, the opponent could definitely stabilize from here, especially if they can sack Disturbing Mirth. And we whiff and brick on a land or something. It's not easy for them, though. All right. To the finals. All right, we're here in the finals on the play. Our opponent has a super sweet 8-bit Ajani avatar. This hand is so tempting to mulligan. I don't think I have it in me, though. We're going to keep... I can't mulligan a hand with Valgavas Onslaught. If we draw an island, this hand is incredible. Go dark mode. Love seeing my opponent play Swamp, and I love drawing Wary Watchdog there. Show me an island. Forest. That means my next turn is play Forest. Surveil or cycle Slavering Branch Snapper. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll keep a land on top. Hope they don't kill Watchdog here. That would be annoying. Against Black-Red again, huh? We also could Onslaught for X equals 1. That also seems terrible. Let's just cycle the Branch Snapper. We don't need to be in a hurry. We have Valgavas Onslaught in hand. If they crack Skull Me here, I'm going to cry myself to sleep at night. That's what it looks like is happening. Oh, no. No, they're just mousing over their innocuous rat. Never mind. Ticket booth. I accept. Resolves. We got Watchdog holding down the fort here. If they attack, I would block because I want the Surveil. Manifest Dread. I like that. Huh. That's sad. Okay. No attacks. Love that. And love that. Okay. Land. Cryptid Inspector, sure. That's also fine. We knew we were likely to be playing from behind with this hand. This opponent's red-black deck looks significantly less good than our previous opponents. I think I just want to make 2 4/4s here. If I Beastie and they have Final Vengeance, how much trouble are we in? A lot. Because that turns on Delirium also. Yeah, let's not get greedy. I'm going to run out of all of the islands in my deck. If they double block, am I happy killing Enduring Tenacity? I don't think so. Fear of Lost Teeth, sure. Something's coming in with Double Strike. A Double Strike, Enduring Tenacity. Kind of want to just chump with the Watchdog. Or I trade off Cryptid Inspector. Cryptid Inspector is so good here, though. And this Watchdog sucks. Do I want that? I think the answer is no. Just want to try to find an island. Okay, that's kind of an island. Two, 1, 4, 3. How close to Delirium are we? Creature, artifact, sorcery, land. So we have Delirium. So this is a 5/5 Vigilance. That seems awesome. Let's do that. That's a 5/6 Vigilance. All right, that's strong. And then we can play Zealot and then have Meat Locker up or Unnerving Grasp. I like our spot quite a bit here. Can taste the trophy already. I'm going to jinx it and we're going to lose horribly now. But, oh, you don't want to do this, opponent. We just leave Fear of Lost Teeth alive. Post-combat, play an Overgrown Zealot. And honestly, we could even tank the hit from the Enduring Tenacity double striking if they want to get aggressive. Wow, they do. That's crazy to me. So what would they have to dome me out from 20? My hand is so good, it just feels like I'm not supposed to lose to that. If they had 2 of the whatevers... I'm gonna do the Cryptid Inspector, even though Cryptid Inspector is a better card, because if they had some way to instant speed sack Fear of Lost Teeth or something, they could get me with First Strike. Dissection Tools, that's annoying. Okay. Take it back, their deck looks quite strong. Looks like we're gonna be oh, that was such a good draw. All right, so now we just win quite handily, I think. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lands. That's a forest. So let's do this here. And then I guess we bounce... I don't know, Fear of Lost Teeth? Like that. We smash. This is sack a creature or an enchantment. Sacrifice a creature. All right. We still might lose to this Dissection Tools. It's a heck of a card. It's also really strong with Enduring Tenacity, huh? They can't get too aggressive, though, because we hit back so hard. I am going to have to worry about my life total, though. That's quite the wombo combo. So I'm already down to 17. They have a few more blocks. I guess we just need to try to get into combat in big chunks. They have to sack another creature. No, just sacrifice a creature. So they could sack this thing that's locked down to move it over this turn. Whoa. So they bend Fear of Burning Alive? So it must be for something they can cast this turn then, presumably. Or that's very good. Skin Ripper. I'm not that scared of that. They get to ping me here and move Dissection Tools somewhere. Surely they play the Fear of Lost Teeth. Oh, they get to ping down my Morph? That's annoying. Rest in peace, Bookworm. Wait, they didn't sack Fear of Lost Teeth. Okay, I'll take it. Bookworm lives to fight another day. Oh, it's Death Touch. Oh my god. Excuse me? Well, that changes things. Do I just lose now? Probably, huh? That's insane. Wow. Okay, so, and it's gonna be double strike. I guess it'll only do damage once if we throw something in front of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bookworm. Yowza. Guess we go Bookworm Bashful Beastie here. They gotta block with something. Taking it? Wow, they're not a coward, confirmed. It's a bold play, Cotton. That maybe lets us go wide enough. I would like to draw, thank you. Dissection tools, saw blade, skin ripper. Yeah. Death touch, lifelink, double strike. Oh, it's got menace too? Son of a biscuit, this card is owning me. Take 10? But then I just take 20, right? I'm so dead. Oh my god. We just got horrifically wrecked by this Wombo combo. I don't even know if they know I'm dead. I'm very dead. They're just making sure we're extra dead. I'm like negative 20 right now or something. Okay. Just getting me as negative as possible. Could you imagine if I had an instant speed bounce spell here? I don't think there's any world where it was right to let this through for them, but... Alright, Cathartic Parting in. Horrid Vigor, maybe? No, I don't think we need to stoop that low. We do need to bring in Bear Trap and Coordinated Clobbering, though. Do we want Anthropede to blow up that stupid room? Maybe. And then what am I cutting? We can cut this Zealot, probably. It's awkward, because once we start adding these other things, then we're either having to cut cards like Manifest Dread, which make the threats worse, and the Inspectors worse. But I do think I want maximum ways to get their key creatures off the battlefield, because the only way we were losing to their cards was that sick Wombo combo they assembled. Watchdog is horrible. Let's cut that. This is 12 creatures with 2 fight spells. Kind of more, but then the fight spells are like 2 damage fight spells, which is still probably good enough if we have them in a timely spot. I think I want to cut Zealot also. That makes my start so bad, though. So this is really my only turn 2 play I'm happy with. Maybe we cut Centipede. That's also awkward if we don't have whatever. And then we cut... as I cut more and more creatures. We could cut a threats. We could cut... something else. We can just run 41. Let's run 41. I can't make hard decisions. I'm going to be instantly punished with a no land hand. Look how sweet that avatar is. Alright, this is good. Any land, and we're in business. Fear of lost teeth, you got it. Alright, officially in business. No disturbing mirth, please. Glimmerlight, sure. Play a Cryptid Inspector into probably Head Shredder, honestly. Could give them a bit of a problem. And then we can threats and hopefully bin a land and pop off with Head Shredder. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I still think that makes me want Head Shredder. Is that true? Yeah, if not now, when? We can afford to take another 3 down to 13. The problem is then we're attacking if they play another threat here and leaving ourselves vulnerable. I don't know. Yeah, that's bad. Do we want to go down to 7? Not really. And then if they have dissection tools, we just lose. I think that's what we signed up for, though, by taking this line. We also could play defense with a Head Shredder. Ugh. Alright. All the lands, baby. Yeah, I think we just... well, but that's Menace. Nah, we're just getting in there. Let's mill some lands. No lands milled. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can Meat Locker plus Drown Diner. If they don't have dissection tools, maybe we're okay. How is this going so poorly? I guess because I played Head Shredder instead of threats. I should have just played threats in a Branch Snapper. The problem with that line is it just insta loses to a removal spell. But our life total's a lot healthier, I guess. Yeah, I got lost in the land value sauce. Down to 7. Okay. Boom. Guess I should have technically drowned Dinered first if that's my plan, but there's almost no world where I'm not doing this. We get a bit of land here for the head shredder. That's nice. Discard. Wait, what? Oh, from your graveyard. Thought we were going to get some head shredder value there. They missed a land drop. We could come back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can go Beastie plus Inspector next turn. Bash with the head shredder. Maybe do some sweet stuff. The problem is our best card is gone in Onslaught. We're still okay, maybe. We're also getting to the point where they're going to be able to dome us out with Skin Ripper. Oh, yep, dead. Feels bad, man. Their deck's good. Thought we had game 1 in the bag there until they assembled Tron with that Death Touch Wombo combo. If you made it to the end of the video, leave a hashtag Wombo combo in the comments. Yep, that's all she wrote. All right, pack it in. Good games, SLH, and everybody, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed a little fall break draft video for me, and maybe there'll be more in the future. I doubt frequently, so don't get your hopes up, but we'll see what we can do. And if you're not tuning into the podcast weekly, you should be. Smash that like and subscribe, whatever people say on the YouTube these days. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and we'll catch you around for some more videos.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content.